Okay, this is Orlando Wilson. In this video I want to answer a question somebody asked me about how they get into the international close protection business. Well, the international CP business can be difficult to get into, and I wouldn't say it's there's a one-stop place you can go to that will guide you into how to get work internationally. I know there's a lot of security job lists out there, and from what I've seen, quite a few of these security job lists, I'd question if a lot of the jobs we're putting up actually exist. I would say a lot of the jobs that's been put up there is just for content for the websites to attract people to pay a fee to be a member or to have access to that website. I've said in other videos about how you get into the close protection business, and again, it can be very difficult. A lot of it depends on, and this is one issue I see with people, especially at, when they're starting to get into the close protection business, you have to be living somewhere, you have to be somewhere where close protection is required. So if you live in the middle of nowhere, if you live in a small town somewhere and there's no need for close protection in that area or high-end event work in that area, then you're severely limiting yourself. You're going to have to move to a location, move to a town, move to a city where there actually is work. Internationally, and this is one thing a lot of people don't realize, there are choice international jobs that you can make good money on, but they tend to be more of a managerial level rather than just a security guy level, security guard, bodyguard level. Why? Because in a lot of places it costs a lot less to hire somebody for close protection duties than it does to hire to bring in a foreign national. Americans, Europeans, etc. generally charge a lot higher than somebody would in Latin America, the Caribbean, etc. So it's a lot more cost effective to bring somebody in at a local level. That person at a local level, one, again, they won't cost so much. Two, they know the area, they generally have the licenses, etc., etc. So a lot of the stuff that went on in Iraq and Afghanistan, yeah, there were high-paying jobs there for a while, and they needed foreign nationals. But again, in the close protection business, as always, there's generally a need for managers and people that's coming in to solve a specific problem than just hiring bodies. You know what, in the close protection business, we all need to start off, well, I started off, everybody I know started off actually providing close protection services. You have to work your way up, you have to put your time in, you have to do the work. But I was working internationally because many years ago I decided it's what I wanted to do, and I got off my ass and I got on a plane and flew somewhere, flew to several places, and actually started putting the time in and the work in. The money wasn't that great. Back in those days, in a lot of places, they weren't too hot on work permits, visas, etc., etc. So I could get away with things. These days, it's a lot different. I've said in other videos, if you're looking to go to places to work, you have to make sure you have the work permits, you have the paperwork, etc. these days. If not, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. If not with licensing, then with local police, etc. That especially applies if you're carrying firearms. A lot of people think you can go anywhere, or you can go to certain countries, third world countries, get a gun, carry a gun, do whatever. You know what? I wouldn't advise it, especially these days, because there's a lot of rules or regulations in place, even in places where they have a lot of trouble to carry firearms. You generally need permits, licenses, etc. So this is where a lot of times for somebody that's providing, somebody that needs close protection services, investigation service, etc., it's a lot better off for them to use locals unless they need something specifically done for them. If they have a specific problem, they need a specialist to come in and help them. And then how we generally work things, we work in conjunctions with trusted local companies. Well, we never trust anybody 100%, but we try to work with people that's working in the same direction we're working in, to put it politely. And there's a lot can go into the vetting out of local companies, including their political mindsets, etc. Depends where you are, it depends what you're doing. But if you're working with local companies, then you need to assess them 150% to make sure they're trustworthy. Why? Because a lot of times, as far as issues for clients are concerned, the issues usually start with questionable security guards, close protection personnel, security companies, etc. And I'll talk about the insider threat on another video. So follow me along on social media. I like LinkedIn these days, but we're up on the main platforms. I have a lot of articles up that talk about various aspects of the close protection business, etc. on my blog. Truth Only has a few friends. The Risk Inc. site is also up on there now. I also have an array of books up on Amazon. So check out the content we've got. We're starting to run courses again. Should be full throttle on the courses in 2025. And if you want any information on the courses, reach out to me. You got any questions, reach out to me. In the meantime, be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble. And if you're looking for international work, then it's okay. I would say it might be okay to pay to be on some websites, some forums, etc. But the only way you're going to really find it is to get off your ass and go look for it. So that's my opinion. In the meantime, be good, stay safe, and as always, try to stay out of trouble.